camouflage, but everybody's still finding me. So didn't really work. But you guys probably remember, 2 years ago. So actually, this is nice to be here in real life in front of all of you and talking to everybody. It's been a couple years now since we've been, since we attended events live. We try to do the best we can with the virtual, but it's nothing, better than meeting everybody face to face and then, feel like a squirrel finally lifting my head out of the hole and looking around, seeing what I missed. So been a busy time. So got a presentation for you guys in celebration of our museum anniversary. So thanks for coming. If you don't know me, my name's Harlan Charles. I'm the Corvette Product Marketing Manager. We have, you've probably met a lot of people here from our teammates here in Bowling Green, Kentucky, building your fine Corvettes are here on site as well, including Kai. You got Chuck Valentini, who does the excellent job in charge of our paint shop, and it's just we're all happy and excited to have you here. And one of the things that's really important, and I've talked to some of you, is we get a lot of ideas and feedback, things you like, things you don't like, and that's a big part. These new Corvettes, although you thank us for producing them, and we're proud of that, but a lot of it you got to look at yourselves too, because we try to provide you with your dream sports car, and a lot of the thoughts and ideas are trying to make you guys happy. So that's what we're doing. So speaking of happiness, you look at the awards. The 8th generation car has come out. Somebody asked me, how many awards have you won? Or I just say, I think all of them almost. I lost track. But some of the big ones, back in 2020 were the North American Car of the Year, Motor Trend Car of the Year, Car and Driver 10 Best. We got 2 in a row of those now. So we're just, if you're like an athlete, you want to win the Super Bowl or the NBA championship, or if you're an actor to win an Oscar. For us in the auto industry, this is what we get. So we're really proud of that. And here's some newer ones just from this year. Again, another Car and Driver, Consumer Guide, Best Buy. Motor Authority, another one, Best Buy again. This one came from Fox News. The author said, it's the best car I drove this year. So again, even more mainstream media is picking up on Corvette. We got this one, Best Resale Value. I think we've changed the definition of resale value, when your car's worth more after you buy it. I can't promise you that's going to be that way forever, but that's where we are now. So that was a good award. This one is a lot of fun. Road and Track just showed how the new Corvette with the mid-engine traction can be your year-round sports car. I know half of you are probably cringing, like if there's a raindrop, you hurry home as fast as you can. But the other side of it is it could be you could drive it in the snow, we do, and it's a great car no matter what the weather. And this one is a new one. We're all very proud of it, both up in Michigan and here in Kentucky at the assembly plant, about the quality award. The J.D. Power IQS study, we won the highest ranked car in the premium sports car segment, beating Porsche, beating Lexus, Mercedes, there's a lot of high-end manufacturers in there. Corvette is number 1 in quality, so that's very important to all of us, obviously. And when you buy your car, you'll probably have friends that, I've never been in a Corvette, how's the quality? You say, well, we won the award, so there you go. There's proof. And this is another thing, we're excited about. Maybe you guys aren't, we're all Americans, but going international with Corvette, the car is truly world-class. And a lot of our friends over in Australia and the UK and Japan are excited for the first time they can enjoy a Corvette with the steering wheel where they like the side that they like it on. And actually, it makes it a lot easier to drive and obviously sell over there. So that's a first factory Corvette. We actually came out in Japan recently, and the 22 year, we're just starting building for both Europe and Australia and New Zealand. So there's a lot of fans. Some of them come to the museum. I think you've met people. I remember we had a couple of years ago, the Scotland Corvette Club was here. We've had Australia Corvette Club here, and for years, they've been asking for this, and so it's exciting for them. Okay. And then, you mentioned this before, this year is really a 40th anniversary of Bowling Green Assembly, and it's hard to believe it's been that long. I just talked to somebody that said they worked at St. Louis, but it's really the longest running plant now, and just for fun, it was kind of fun to see how far the car has come since we started building cars here, and 40 years. So you can see, in 1981, the car cost $16,000. That's about $50,000 for inflation, so we are a little bit more expensive, but you're sure getting a lot more in the car when you think about, the horsepower, has gone about triple, what it used to be, 190 to 490, so, 300 more horsepower. And from 0 to 60 in 7.6 to 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, from 194 miles an hour to 123. Better fuel economy, and a lot bigger tires. And then you think about all the electronics in your car and features, Apple, wireless phone projection. That's not something anybody thought about in 1981. And premium audio and rear parking sensors and blind zone alert, and just think of the numerous things we have come. So that's always fun to look at. We finished we're almost finished, but we finished the numbers for 21. We're going to end up with a total of just over 26,000 built for 21. You look at the convertible, it's up to 42% and climbing. I think for 22 so far, it's around 45. I think we might get to the point where the majority ends up being convertibles one of these days. I think both are great cars, but I think as that retractable hardtop and the benefits, and people are starting to see those, it's really a great car all around. And then, of course, the chassis side, Z51 is very popular. Obviously, the brake colors, the bright red is the most popular. We see a lot of course, performance exhaust. Front lift is doing great as an option, over 60%. The GT2 seat is the most popular of the 3 seats that we have, between the competition, GT1, GT2. And then on the wheels, the carbon flash and the standard silver are pretty close to the most popular of the wheels. But again, it's good stuff. Oops. Oops, I went too far. Back up one. Okay, this is a fun chart. I want to ask you to memorize these numbers, but just to show that we do keep track of the interior and exterior combinations. Wendy Miller, who does our forecasting, runs this every year. And interesting, the most popular, torch red with black interior, torch red with red, and Arctic white with red is very popular. But you see some of the small numbers. Now we did this, we have this color override, so you can get something that's not recommended. And some of these you see on here, but you know what? If you love it, that's fine. That's what it's there. But people always want to know how rare theirs are. So we have a few of those you can see with the single digits up there. Torch red and Morello, not what I would select, but 2 people thought that was their dream, so we made it happen. And then you look at the cars we compete with in our segment, which we call the luxury sports car segment, and we're clearly dominating, close to 40% of the segment, even though, you would argue we probably haven't built as many cars as we would have liked to this year, and other people have had the same issue. But you look at the manufacturers there, we compete with all, export cars pretty much, again, premium, prestigious cars, big egos, but we are the winners in this, clearly, thanks to all of you. And then this keeps coming out every month, fastest selling new car again in July. You think about what are the popular cars right now. You look at all the SUVs and crossovers, things like that, but America's sports car is the fastest turning car. And then, we talked about new customers. I know a lot of you came up with it years ago before the new car, the new generation came out. You'd say, what are you guys going to do to get younger people here? And so this works not only for the car itself. Obviously, we're attracting a new generation. We have 2/3 new to Chevrolet, doubled the growth in Gen X, Gen Y. Gen X is after 65. Gen Y is people born after 1980. But we still have high loyalty. So that's great for the car. And that's also great, we were talking with the museum board, great for the Corvette Museum in the future. As people become fans of the car, they're going to look for other ways to have fun with the Corvette and meet other people that like the Corvette. So I'm asking all of you to help welcome in new people to the new generation, people who've never had Corvettes before. People from all walks of life will be interested in Corvette, and so we're going to be one big happy family, just going to be growing in the future. And then racing, of course, we're so proud of what we've done with racing so far with the new C8R race car. This is a great picture showing all the generations of Corvette racing. And so far this year, we've had 4 wins, a really good opportunity to get maybe a second in a row manufacturers and drivers champions. How many people watched the 24 Hours of Le Mans? That was so bittersweet. It's so on the beginning, you'd say if you finish second, you'd probably be happy, but we were so close, less than a minute behind, and it made it tight, nail biter to the end. And I think everybody was kind of sort of happy, but it was so close, we really wanted that win. But for our first time there with the new car, you can't be too disappointed. And so let's talk about what's new for 22. And again, I'm sure everybody's looked at the cars we have out here, so it shouldn't be a lot new, but of course the hypersonic gray, metallic, a lot of people are excited about that color. And we have that showed in the C8R edition and a Coupe, and we have the new Amplify Orange, which is a tint coat. They've seen, and we have the new Caffeine Metallic, and the metallic actually should be underlined because make sure you take a look at that color with the sun on it. It really almost changes the color of the car. It really has a lot of metallic in it. So outside we have all the colors represented. The orange car is actually a 1LT, so I was surprising a lot of people saying that car has a MSRP of 64. People are like blown away that car is pretty inexpensive. And we have all 3 trim levels represented. We have all the wheels represented outside as well. And here's our full color palette, 12 colors total for 22. And with the new spoiler, we have several cars outside with the new low-profile spoiler, so make sure you look at those. It's really got to see it in the 3 dimensions versus this photo outside. And it comes, it's the nice thing about it, you don't have to have the Z51 performance package. You can order that as a way to upgrade the aero. A lot of people like that it's a lower profile. And it comes with the body color, but you can also option it and get it in the carbon flash with the mirrors if you like that better as a contrast. Here's another cool picture. I'd like to say that's my house, but it's not. But if I had a nice house, I think that would be a nice place to park your car right there. And then I want to talk about the Imsa Gtlm Championship Edition. So we talked about racing. Again, our first year of racing, we took on Ferrari, BMW, Porsche, European cars. And the car, first mid-engine Corvette race car, designed, built, engineered here in America. We are the champions. And we really wanted to celebrate with something that people could drive. We've done ones like this in the past, so it was really cool that it celebrates the championship. And we have 3 of the 4 ways you can order it here. Actually, the one behind you is the very first one, the first C8R edition, number 1, in yellow as a coupe. We have a yellow convertible outside, and we have the new hypersonic gray coupe outside as well. And of course, you can get the convertible that's shown here in either color. So let's check this out. So this is where we introduced the car at the Detroit Belle Isle Grand Prix. And if you haven't been there, there's a bridge that goes from downtown Detroit to the aisle where they have the race, and we close that off. So we have the raced car, we have the case car, and then we have the two C8R editions. And you may recognize some of our Corvette race drivers. There's Lori. There's Milner. And that was really a cool event. Actually, that was probably my first time out of the house in a while when we did that. So that was a lot of fun to see it right in our hometown be introduced. So again, here's some pictures from the event, of course. I'll just flip through these. Again, on the bridge. They're all lined up. There's Laura Klauser, Director of Racing. And then just to summarize what you get on these cars, okay, they're limited. We're only going to build 1,000 total. And then again, they're all numbered. There's a plaque, your interior plaque that goes between the seats. They're all going to be numbered from 1 to 1,000, so you know which one you have. And it does require a 3LT and a Z51 performance package. Again, it comes in the 2 colors, and to represent the, you see in the rear of the car, you know, if you get the yellow, it has the number 3 representing the number 3 car, and the gray has the number 4 with the Jake. And the graphics, very similar to what we have in racing. And so some of the features it includes the high wing spoiler, yellow calipers, the black Trident wheels with the Jake logo, Corvette Racing wheel caps, carbon flash mirrors, side rockers. Now we have on these, we're showing you can also get the carbon fiber rockers on these cars, splash guards, and then you get the cover comes with it, that rendered cover you saw in the video. And we have it color keyed, so if you get the yellow, you get a yellow one, and gray, you get the gray one to go with your car. So even when it's covered up in your garage, it looks pretty cool. And then interior-wise, we have it follows the gray and yellow theme, you know, with the sky cool gray and strike yellow interior with yellow belts. You can get either the GT2 seats or the competition seats as well, and again, all numbered. So we probably have about maybe close to half of orders enough for about half. So if you're really interested, order early, order often, as they say. But one of the cool things, you look at from the top view, it's kind of a neat car because you know we've done these racing ones. From the side view, it's kind of subtle a little bit. From the top view, it really does have the graphics like the race car. And the neat thing, even on the convertible, now that we have a hardtop convertible, you can do the graphics in full on the convertible the same as you could on a coupe, as you can see there. And you see the interior, there's the plaque, there's the wheels. Oh, here's the car cover. Again, we'll have the gray version for the number 4 as well. So it's an exciting car. We're proud to celebrate racing, and I think for racing fans, if you want to represent, it's a good way to show it, obviously. So is there more to come? Maybe there's more. You may have heard some rumors. Maybe 1 letter and 2 numbers. Not gonna play that game. Crank it up. It doesn't even tell you when. So that video is kind of the street, you know, and I have another one. Save the date. So if that doesn't get your heart rate going, some of you might need a checkup. Just check your pulse. But that's pretty exciting. And, I'll answer questions, but if you ask me a question about the car, I'll just have to say, well, I'll tell you everything you want to know October 26th. But we're very excited about that, the next chapter of this 8th generation Corvette. To be revealed, and we've been working hard on that. As you can see, testing going on, not only in Europe, all over America, over in Europe. Being able to show these street and track videos is very exciting, and we're really going to set the supercar world on notice with this one. So we're all very excited about it. So that's the end of the slideshow, but if anybody has some questions that I can try to answer, I will. Yes?
Do you get two sets of wheels with the new race car rendering? Do you get two sets of wheels?
Oh, so for the C8R edition?
Yes.
The question is, do you get two sets of, do you get two sets of wheels? No, what we did on that car, it does have the black Trident wheels. We put those on at the factory. So we got special permission to do that for that car. So you'll just get the one set. You could get another set if you like, but... Oh, she's like, don't tell him. Don't tell him he's got to buy another one. I saw that. You only can get one. She only can get one. Yeah.
When are you going to be able to announce more details on the where for the reveal?
Okay, good question. When are we going to announce the where? As soon as we figure out where it is. As soon as somebody tells me, maybe I could tell somebody. I'm thinking it should be in America. What do you think? Let's narrow it down a little bit. The only thing I know, again, there's just a lot of conversation on it. It hasn't been finalized. It is going to be a little bit more, where the primary will be the virtual. In the past, we've had like a live, and then you can watch it. I think there may be some live, but I think in today's day and age, it's going to do a lot, so a lot of people can see it online. So we'll see what happens, if there's attendance or whatever, but that's all I really know as of now, to be honest. That's all. So it's still under discussion. We're trying to do it the best way we can. So it's a long way of saying I don't know. He says here, have it here. There you go. That's a great idea. Yes. Or you mean at your house? You have a big lawn, driveway? Have any volunteers that will come over? No, we'll see. Hopefully it'll be announced in time before the day before. Just kidding. But I think those things will probably be coming shortly, probably in the next few weeks. We'll narrow that down. So, okay, anything else? What else? In the back. Wait, she's running as fast as she can.
I like to stump Harlan.
Oh, hey, Tom.
Question, the color palette, which I think is fantastic, but it seems like there's three colors of like silver and grays. Seems like a lot of silver and gray, and I'm curious as to what research or what thinking would lead you to have that many, even though they're all gorgeous.
Yeah, so one thing, Tom, we have 12 colors now. So we have more room to do things. But you're right, we have the silver flare, we have the hypersonic gray, and we have the ceramic matrix gray. But the ceramic matrix gray, although we call it, it's so much different than the other two. You say a silver and a gray are a little bit closer, but I still think there's different people that like both. I've talked to people, the silver is really bright, shows the surface of the car. The gray's a little more mysterious. And then the ceramic matrix, right, we came out with that on the Carbon 65 in 2018. And that color has run probably more than we thought. A lot of people like it. It's very exotic. It has a lot of travel. Sometimes it looks a little blue. So I think there's a lot of variety in those. And then with the new car, we have tried to introduce a lot of bright colors because it's more of a supercar with the Rapid Blue, the Accelerate Yellow, now the new Amplify Orange. They're solid, brighter colors like you'd see on supercars. So I think the nice thing about it with the expanded palette, we can do more things. Torch Red remains the #1 color for Corvette, followed by Arctic White. Then usually it's black, but we're seeing the new Red Mist is really doing well. So we have 2 reds, we have 2 blues. I think you can do multiple if they're different enough. So, and then we'll see how they do. The nice thing is, every year we come back with 2 or 3 new ones, and every color is somebody's favorite. So some people will say like, oh, they came out with that color, this was only a year or 2, there's another bad move. It's not a bad move, that's the plan. Certain colors we know are not going to be huge runners, but we want to have a well-rounded palette, and certain colors are strategic in that maybe they're not as typical, but they can attract a new person, a new demographic, something different than the traditional. So now that we have the additional colors, thanks to Bowling Green, thanks to Chuck and everybody for doing that for us, there's just more choices and more ways to personalize. So I think so far, the way you look at the spread of colors, there's really no, really low runners. Obviously there's some that are a lot higher than others, but I think we have a good spread across. But the nice thing is we can adjust year to year and see what people are going for. Again, on purpose, there's always going to be a few. The nice thing with 12, we can do a few that are kind of feelers, see what they like. Like that ceramic matrix gray, we didn't know if that was going to go over it. Like the Sebring orange we had did way more than we thought. Hopefully the Amplify orange will do well. The red mist, again, like I said, that's really exceeded expectations. So hopefully you got good colors. I know colors, it gets to be very emotional because, again, like I said, every color is somebody's favorite. Or it's like, if it's discontinued, why did you cancel my favorite color? I remember when when we had the lime rock green. Why did you get rid of green? I go, did you buy green? Well, no, I didn't buy green. But I was just wondering why. I was like, yeah. John?
Thank you. I'm not expecting an answer because it's about the future, but there are many of us who would ask you to consider to please continue the stripe that you have on the special edition over the roof for future years. Thank you.
The special, okay, the request is to continue the special edition stripes over the roof, because that's a suggestion. The racing stripes we do have also do go on the convertible over the roof that have been available in the 7 colors we have. And we also have, you made me think of stripes, we have a car with the Stinger stripes that they were new for 21, but a lot of people didn't see on the silver car at the end. That's a nice little, just on the hood. It's if you don't want like a full stripe, it's like a nice little detail for the car. So we have, and the nice thing about those, like John mentioned, the C8R edition stripes, the racing stripes, the Stingers, they're all installed here at Bowling Green at the factory, which is great for quality.
I would like the cross flag emblem on my stripe on my new Z06 Harlan, so that's I echo that sentiment.
Okay. I think there might be something going on here. Do you guys know each other? I got a feeling. Okay, I see what's happening. The priority of those stripes is to get on the special edition, though. Then we'll see. Yeah. Is it about time for a pearl or metallic white? How many people want a pearl or metallic white? Some of you guys. I don't know if it's time yet. We're moving in that maybe, but it seemed like a few people are interested. But yeah, I like that color too. In the past, we weren't able to do things like tri-coats. In the future, we could definitely, that's something that's possible, so we'll see. Way in the back. Oh, and you're going to make her run all the way back there? Do you got your steps for today?
Almost.
I don't really have a question. I just wanted to see her run.
Oh my God.
What prompted the deletion of chrome wheels?
What prompted the deletion of chrome wheels? Well, that's a good question. Chrome wheels were really popular in the fifth, well, we didn't really have them in the fifth. Sixth generation Corvette, a lot of people were chroming their wheels, and we decided we could probably do a better quality job. Seventh, we had them. They started to fade out. What we tried to do with the eighth gen, we wanted things to be more genuine. So what chrome wheels does, you're basically covering up the aluminum, the natural beauty of the material, you're plating it, and it also adds weight, unsprung mass weight. Again, I know people like them, but we decided with the new car, let's make a clean break. Let's do machining and polishing to do our bright wheels and show the natural material and not cover it up with chrome. I know if you still like that, that's your choice, but that's basically a design decision we made. It was trending downward anyway, but we decided to make a clean break with the new car and just be more authentic, and we want to compete with again, the world supercars and be authentic in that with the materials. Yeah. Will we ever come out with a white leather interior again? How many people want a white leather interior? Well, you got a friend there, there. Yeah, I think it would look great. We have the Sky Cool Gray, which is very light. Actually, some people were calling it white, even though it's not. I know we were in the fourth gen, we had the white. That was kind of cool. So, I don't know. As of now, no. I'd say we don't have a plan for that, but you never know. I think more people ask for it. It could be cool. You have to like, it's like if you like a black exterior car, you wash that every day. I think if you like a white interior, it's probably the same. You have to like to make sure you got your leather cleaners and things going. But yeah, thank you.
So my question is, do you have the rundown of the numbers for the 2021 year? Coupes, convertibles, total numbers, where are we at on the 2021 production?
Yeah, I had a slide that showed that. We have, after we can get into the details, all the people working the show, we have those charts, we can get into it. But yeah, basically it was just over 26,000 2021 cars, and I had coupe convertible. But if you have a specific question, we can look that up for you. Yeah.
When we go get the electronic problem solved of getting your they're safe because they were slowing everything down. The electronic, the chips, microchips.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys are looking at the articles. I mean, that's an industry-wide thing. That's actually, we've been doing really well with Corvette. It's talking about chip shortages and things like that. You look at, there was just an article that came out today, it's not just GM, Ford, Toyota, the whole industry, was idling certain plants and things like that. We're lucky. Everybody loves Corvette a lot at Chevrolet and General Motors, and we're prioritizing, and we know we have a lot of anxious, hungry customers. So we've had, not that we haven't been hurt at all, but a lot less than most for that. So that's a big question, and I think we got teams of people working on that. I can't really speak to it because it's kind of a global issue way beyond Corvette. It's really industry. But the good news is we're prioritizing Corvette, of course, and we've had pretty good run. I think Kai was saying we've had about 8 weeks in a row of full 2 shifts going, and hopefully I don't jinx it, we keep that string going forward. And so yeah,
Harlan,
it's a big question.
Question or comment over here.
Oh, there you are. There's Kai.
13 weeks.
13 weeks.
13 weeks of 2-shift production, which is
you.
a record. The last time that we had a run, we only ran 9 weeks. So we're doing the absolute best we can. So thanks. It's not easy, I'll tell you.
I didn't mean to sell you short. Thank you. 13. Thank you. Oh, over there.
Is there a plan for an anniversary car in 2023?
Is there a plan for anniversary car in 23? I'll tell you a funny story. When I started working on the Corvette with Dave Hill's team, a previous chief engineer, we were talking about that I started working on the Corvette in '01, so 20 years ago, and we were saying, is there going to be you start talking, we need to do something for the 50th anniversary, and Dave Hill said, you've had 49 years to plan for the 50th anniversary. What are you going to do? So I'll just say, we've had 69 years to plan for the 70th anniversary, so we better do something. So that's all I could really say. But if we do something, maybe bash time next year might be a nice place to show it, maybe? You guys think? So we'll look into that. So the 69 years aren't up yet, so we still got a little more time, but we'll try to do something special. This one over here?
Yeah, my question is, when are you going to start the tours again through the plant?
When are we going to start the tours again? That's a good Kai question, since he's so happy to help me. Let's ask the man that knows.
We don't know, to be honest. That's not very definitive. That's kind of like the answer that Harlan and I get to share all the time, is that we don't really know. The concerns that we have are based on COVID. I was sitting in the back over there with Chuck, and I just got a report. We have 27 employees in our factory that are not working with us because they're sick or they've been, kind of traced out. So the idea of bringing hundreds of people in on a daily basis is just, unfortunately, it's not part of the equation at this point. We want to do it, and my commitment, as it always has been, that we will get people in the factory as soon as we can do it safely. Thank you.
Thank you. I think you got one in the corner. You don't have to go that far for that one. That's a close one.
What's your estimated projection run on the number of cars for 2023? What's your projection run on that?
The projection of the number of
Number
cars?
of cars produced in 2023. What are you planning on?
Numbers we're going to produce? Oh my God, I would never guess that. With the way that's a good question. How many do we think we're going to produce? Hopefully more than this year. We're going to keep doing better, but with uncertainty, whatever I say is going to be wrong, so I don't want to say. But hopefully more than we've been doing. Obviously, we have a lot of customers, like I said, and I know Kai and the factory, and as well as purchasing, engineering, we're doing the best we can to keep the parts coming, keep the cars coming at a high quality. So.
We've got one right here.
Oh, one in the back. Oh.
Hi. This is kind of indirectly through you to Kai, but GM's policy, are they requiring all the employees to be vaccinated?
Oh, is GM requiring vaccinations? As of now, we had to report if we were or not. I don't know. I don't know if they will in the future or not. For right now, they required us to let everybody know. We had to fill out a thing, but I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, I was just thinking with the plant situation.
Yeah, with the plant. I mean, maybe that's a better one for Kai. I know he's not listening right now.
Well, that's why I thought I did.
But when he comes up, he'll do his presentation. That's a good one for him.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. What? I don't know what you're talking about. I would not even try to guess. No comment whatsoever. No announcement at this time. I will just say. Yeah. He asked about future stuff we can't talk about. What's Taj up? Taj is back working. Somebody's got to keep the lights on. Taj is working hard. He's doing good. But yeah, very busy. I heard he might be seen in Laguna Seca, maybe. Don't tell them I told you. It's a secret. Okay. Any more? Are we good? Maybe one more? One or two more? We'll stop I guess we'll stop at one, yeah.
So Chevrolet or GM, I don't know which, just switched their allocation to that available days allocation process. What's the thinking behind that, the purpose of that? What advantages is that?
That's a good question. So, as some of you know, maybe not everybody knows, but Corvettes are determined by Corvette sales. The more the dealers sell, the more they get. And we've changed it. It used to be yearly. Now they're going to a quicker turn, like as soon as they turn replace. What we're hoping there is, to reward the dealers that are sticking closer to the MSRP. So, they don't hold out for the highest bidder and things like that. We don't really like the gouging. So if they know they can turn it quicker and get another one to replace it quicker, that's incentive to sell it quicker, and we will reward good behavior to sell it closer to the MSRP versus the, we don't like that. We wish we could control it more, but that's an effort to try to help. Good question. Thanks. All right. Any more? Maybe one last one. Who wants to be the last one? Nobody? Oh, this is going to be a good.
I don't need that thing.
Let her do her thing. She likes to do it.
Just thank you for being here. You can tell the other boys is the other question. They can come out of their cocoon too.
Right.
I know Josh was in Carlisle, so was Kurt.
I was.
Well, I know you were too. We really
Somebody has to be what do they call it, the canary in the coal mine, to see what happens. That's right here. No, thank you. And thank all of you. Thank you. That's great. And again, thank all of you for being loyal to Corvette. It's because of you, all of us in the Corvette team, me especially. I feel I have my dream job that I've always wanted to do. And without customers like you that are loyal to Corvette, that buy Corvettes or just love them, we wouldn't have the jobs that we love and get to do these cars and drive them and enjoy them. So I appreciate all of you for coming out to these events and enjoying your cars. And that means a lot when some people just come up and just say, hey, thanks for doing a great job. We appreciate you. And I just want to say back, I appreciate all of you as well. So thank you.